Good day, Mom. I am Jonel D. Gambito from Bachelor of Science in Marine Engineering, a second year student from Section Charlie. Today, Mom, I'm gonna answer the video essay that you gave to us, our midterm examination. Um, so let's begin. Question number one is, how important is social science and philosophy in your day-to-day living? And explain your answer by citing an example. Um, my answer about that question, ma'am, is social science defined to be the study of human behavior that deals to understand the social and cultural aspects being in an individual or as through communities and societies. On the other hand, ma'am, philosophy explained to be the pursuit in which people aspire to comprehend fundamental truths about themselves, the world in which they live, and their relationships to the world and to one another. In relation, social science and philosophy is very significant in our day-to-day, as in our day-to-day living, and that this seeks to help us understand and understands our social process that encompass relations and and is in this 21st century both enhanced for strengthening social to one another within the people in the social and in the society that aims us for making a good judgment and decision making in life that ended will result to a better life. And question number two is, according to John F. Cavagno, S.J., the act of questioning of wanting to know is the initiation to philosophy. It confirms that in philosophy, the questions are more important than the answers. Do you agree with the statement and explain your answer? So, my answer to that, ma'am, is yes, definitely. I agree that questions are more important than the answer. It is because questions seek out to evaluate knowledge that leads to cultivates mind and creativity. On the same point, questions generate a new understanding or learnings to steer innovatory imaginations that will lead to develop a great minds compared to answers that could be considered as temporary answers only and may be disappear in a few years. And remember that you can ask a question without answers, but you can give an answers without questions. That is my answer in question number two, ma'am. In question number three, ma'am, my answer is the question in question number three is philosophy and the just man stakes the um, stakes that states that philosophy requires justice. Yet we are accustomed to conceive of philosophizing as thinking, not doing or acting. So how can philosophy be said to require justice when justice is doing and all it takes to philosophize is to think and embody thought in language? So here is my answer, ma'am. Justice in philosophy may be because the concept of proper proportion between a person deserts were what is merited and the good and bad things that befall or are allotted to him or her. um, that is in mine or in my understanding, and that's all, ma'am, my answer. And in question number four, how does phenomenological method of Edmund Husserl affect our way of perceiving things in reality? And explain your answer. In that question, ma'am, my answer is phenomenological method of Edmund Husserl um, elucidate us by bracketing away the natural attitude. The philosophy could be more extremely accurate science, and he take note about the phenomenology that is a science of conscious experience, not more on empirical phenomena. With this, it affects our way of perceiving reality in the aspect of personally knowing each lived experiences, than should not just simply judge or just by focusing on first impression, but to know more deeper that person, their experiences, because personally some suffer so much on their past, and we don't have the right to degrade them. As aforementioned, we have different opinions in life, and with this our perspective should be based on life experience too. And therefore, perceiving things in reality should elicited from experiences, and not by through a concept nor in a principle. That is the answer of my question number 4, ma'am. And the question number 5 is the under transcendental phenomenological reduction Edmund Husserl involves a subjective aspect of the object being defined. Thus, this method affects the validity and reliability of his concept. My answer of that, ma'am, is phenomenology is an attempt to understand the structures of first-person lived experience. This article examines the relevance of Husserl writings and the introduction of the phenomenological reduction as the distinguishing characteristic of his transcendental form of phenomenology. It argues that his work should be taken more seriously by contemporary philosophers interested in knowledge internalism. That is my answer in question number 5, ma'am. Thank you and God bless. More power, ma'am. Stay safe and healthy.